So number 28, a circle has an area of 225 pi centimeters squared. What's the diameter? So one of the tools in your toolkit is that if you have the area of the circle is equal to pi r squared, and you know that that is 225 pi. That's the given. So there's 225 pi. And from this we can solve for r. And how do we do that? We can cancel these pi's, dividing both sides by pi, and r squared is going to equal 225, and that means r equals 15. But the diameter, don't forget the diameter is twice the radius, so it's c. Next, a circle with a diameter of 6 inches has its center at the base of a square which is 6 inches wide. Find the area of the region that's inside the square but outside the circle. So here's the picture. Circle inside a square. This diameter is 6, and this length, this side of the square, is 6 also. So to get this area, what's inside the square but not inside the circle, we take the area of the square and subtract the circle. So it's the square minus the circle is going to equal our answer. So the square is 6 by 6, so that's 36, not 32, 36. And the circle, the radius is 3, and that's pi r squared, so that's pi times 3 squared, which is 9. So you have to subtract that. So pi is a little more than 3, so this is going to be a little less than 36 minus 27, so a little less than 9. So it definitely can't be this. Let's just do it on the calculator to make sure we get 3.14 times 9, and we would subtract that from 36, 7.74. Find the area of the shaded region, and I like to think this is 63/60ths of the circle, and the circle has an area of pi r squared, which is pi times 8 squared. So let me write 8 times 8. So let's do some canceling. Before we run to our calculator, divide top and bottom by 10. 4 goes into 8 2 times, and 4 goes into 36 9 times. So it's 6 times 2, well, let's just write this out, 6 times pi times 2 times 8 divided by 9. So should we go to the calculator? Why not? 6 times 3.14 times 2 times 8 divided by 9. So 33.49 centimeters squared. There it is. The next one is solve x to the nearest yard. We have, here we jump on the Pythagorean theorem. This squared plus x squared should be 20 squared. And we're trying to find x. So let me write that out. X squared plus 12 squared equals 20 squared. So x squared is going to be 20 squared minus 12 squared, and this is 400. That's a 4, believe it or not. Minus 144, and that's 256. So if x squared is 256, then x has got to be 16. Some of these other answers don't make any sense, right? Oh man, you don't even need the Pythagorean theorem. This can't be 20, so you can cross that out, because this length is 20. It can't be 256. How the heck can you get to 256? It can't be 8, because 12 plus 8 is 20, and you can't make a triangle from those dimensions. So we didn't even need the Pythagorean theorem, we just needed common sense. Mr. Jones built a fenced-in area for his horse. It's a square, each side was 35 feet. Find the distance of a diagonal path. So for this one, if we have a square, we want to know the diagonal. The diagonal, and we have 35 and 35. This is a 45, 45, 90 triangle, and for that one we know the dimensions are 1, 2, 1, 1, root 2. That's just, again, the Pythagorean theorem, but it's something you can memorize. So if this is proportional, so we multiply by 35, we have to multiply by 35 to get here, so this is 35 root 2, and there it is. Which set of side lengths does not form a triangle? Okay, well, we can have a 3, 4, 5 triangle, which means that we can have a 6, 8, 10 triangle, and here they divide each one by 2. So it has to be this C. Also, if you tried to make a triangle that was 4 by 4 by 5, there's no angle you could make this. There's no angle you could make here to make this side 5, right? Does that make sense? The length of two sides of a triangle are given below. What should the length of the missing side for the triangle to be a right triangle? So we have 13 and 21 are two sides. We don't know which, if one of these is the hypotenuse. So we're looking either, the missing side is let's say it's x. And we know either x squared plus 13 squared is equal to 21 squared, or 21 squared, so it's one of these, or 21 squared plus 13 squared is equal to x squared. And I don't think there's an easier way to do this. We have to do each one of these, but as soon as you do the first one, you see x squared is equal to 21 squared, let's see, minus 13 squared. Let's see if that's possible. So if 21 times 21, that's 441, minus 169. So if x squared is equal to this, I'm sorry, let's take the square root of both sides. And let's do 441 minus 169, that's 272, so x is equal to the square root of 272. Square root of 272, well, let's see, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, it's going to be, let's think about this. What is 16 squared? You could just do this on your calculator, but I have to guess. So it would be a little more than 16. Let's try 16.49. 16.49. Let's see if that's the square root of 272. 16.49. Yeah, 272. So it has to be C. If you did it this way, if you tried this one, you would see that it wouldn't be any of these possible answers. Okay, so find y. We have a right angle here. We have 5 feet. This again is a. I'm out of time. I'll get to number 35 in just a second.